over the past few years, solar energy has been, it's been going down in price in terms of getting a system set up for your home. It's becoming more cost effective with non-renewable sources of energy. And it seems like a great thing to do for your home. If you can afford to set it up, you'll save money on your energy bill every month. You'll generate less carbon. It creates jobs locally and things like that. So it seems like a win-win, but ALEC is traveling around the country to convince state legislatures that in fact it is a horrible thing. Now, ALEC, as you probably remember, is funded in part by the Koch brothers. Now, they have significant energy interests. And what they're doing is they're trying to roll back state reforms to produce a renewable energy mandate, to encourage people to do solar energy and things like that. And so specifically in Arizona, what they did to solar energy users is insane. Now, currently, if you have solar panels, frequently you will produce more energy at one time than you can use. And what they have is a system called net metering that allows you to sell back that energy over the grid to power companies, and you get credits for that. You get money for that. And so ALEC is going in, and they successfully lobbied for and got a fine effectively on people doing net metering in Arizona, where now they will pay a fine of about $5 a month extra. Now that's a very small amount. The solar energy in Arizona, the companies consider that a win because ALEC was advocating for a potential fine of up to $100, which would make it in no way cost effective versus traditional non-renewable sources of energy. And so they successfully lobbied for that. Now it's only $5 there, but you know that they're going to do this in other states, and if you are a potential user of solar energy in the future, you should be worried about this because Koch brothers and their affiliates are going around trying to make it impossible for that to be cost effective in America.
Now let me explain how much the Koch brothers hate the free market. So first of all, this is actually a free market idea to say that if you're producing more energy, well, you put it back into the market, you sell it in the market, and you get some money for it, and that's a good way. And in fact, that way, in some ways, you're competing with the huge utility companies as well, and you're creating this free market where people have an incentive to go solar, to go green energy. That both helps the environment, puts money in their pocket. It's just a win all around. Now, who it's not a win for is the guys who run companies that are based on fossil fuels. And who would that be? Oh, right, the Koch brothers, okay? Yeah. So what they're doing is the definition of crony capitalism, where they go into the politicians that they grease at the local level here in Arizona, and then they're gonna try it throughout the country and say, hey, listen, that whole free market idea you had with the solar panels, ixnay on that, okay? Instead, kill my competition for me. Find them to the point of trying to put them out of business. Because I hate the free market. I don't want to compete with solar energy. I just want you to give me every advantage so that my fossil fuel company does better. Now, I guess this is somewhat sensible given the fact of how Koch Industries made their money in the first place, by working for Joseph Stalin. Okay? No, and that's literally true. Look it up. Okay? Their father, Fred Koch, made their original fortune working for Stalin. And then he felt so guilty about it that he helped to found the John Birch Society. He went super right-wing. Oh, I hate the communists, I really do. I hate those commies who gave me all my money, right? And so now his sons have come full circle with like, oh, we're libertarians, we stand up for the free market and competition. Secretly though, here's the money, your bribe, your legal bribe, so you go kill the solar companies so I can make more money. They don't believe in America, they don't believe in capitalism. All they believe in is total and utter greed by any means necessary.
So you're telling me that the Koch brothers, their father, made their money by working with the communists and Stalin.
Stalin.
But Barack Obama has been infected by his father because he met him for 10 minutes one time.
Yeah, yeah. If you wrote a book about the dreams of my father regarding the Koch brothers, he'd be like, oh man, after working with Stalin, he dreamed about working with Mao.
So why doesn't somebody who's smart and writes books, why doesn't Chris Hedges write a book about...
No, I'll tell you what, no, that's in plenty of books. You go, yeah, everybody knows, like if you did any research into it, that Fred Koch that made his money that way, right? But
it never comes up.
No, the reason it doesn't come up is because it's impolite. So mainstream media thinks that, well, it's very impolite to mention how the Koch brothers initially made their money, right? And not to be fair to the Koch brothers, it was their dad, it wasn't them, right? And it's impolite to mention how so many of the elite families in the country also had deals with the Germans during World War II. Now, before we went to war with them, mostly, some a little after we went to war with them. And did Prescott Bush have deals with the Germans before the war? That's very impolite. creates awkward moments at the cocktail party.
My final point that I want to make on this is about its significance, because it might seem to many people, most of you do not have solar panels on your home, and it might seem like, well, it's not much money that they're being charged, although it could go up in the future. It's that myself, just speaking for myself as a young, fairly nerdy liberal, I look to the future and just assume that we're going to get to this land of great technology. You see movies like I, Robot or Minority Report, and everything is so advanced. And what they don't say in those movies is that every one of those advanced technologies that had to replace an antiquated technology, the people who had a vested interest in those used their power and established position to lobby for bills to stop those new technologies, to buy out patents as, I forget the company, but there's a company just about 10 years ago that bought an advanced design for a battery that could have powered early electric cars. They bought the patent and sat on it, never produced anything with it. Like, that stuff happens in so many different areas, and they're trying to stop us from getting to that advanced future that I await.